activity against Hindu minorities in Bangladesh. And so the discrimination against the Hindus that we've heard reports of recently, and I've asked the Secretary of State for a report on this. I'm again biased based upon our system here in America from an election. And what do I make of what's going on in Bangladesh right now? Well, let me first say that the letter was inspired by some recent ongoing activity against Hindu minorities in Bangladesh. Really awful reports of people being killed using the really broad and unfair and probably illegal blasphemy laws. And let me just say that, I represent a very diverse constituency with many Chinese and Korean members, as well as many Indian and many Pakistani constituents, all different religions. And I'm really opposed to any kind of violence, discrimination, human rights abuses against any minority group, whether it's Hindus being discriminated against in Bangladesh, or it's Uyghur Muslims being discriminated against by the Chinese Communist Party, or even Christians who saw some recent mistreatment in India. I think that human rights violations, just based upon my experience as an American citizen who's enjoyed our great democracy and fighting for human rights for so many years, I think any kind of discrimination against religious minorities is wrong. And so the discrimination against the Hindus that we've heard reports of recently, and I've asked the Secretary of State for a report on this, in Bangladesh is wrong. And we have to show the people that we're not going to support that type of activity. Secondly, I don't think any political party should be excluded from elections. I'm again biased based upon our system here in America, but anyone, just because we disagree with them or they're a different religion or they're a different background, should not be excluded from elections. And so I can understand why people who have committed crimes or people who have committed atrocious acts should be arrested and prosecuted. I don't believe that people should be, or a whole party or a whole group of people based upon their political affiliation should be excluded from an election. And what do I make of what's going on in Bangladesh right now? I don't like discrimination against any groups. I don't like human rights discriminations. And I think that right now, there are many reports of which I'm looking for a briefing from the Secretary of State's office, but there have been many reports of discrimination against Hindus in Bangladesh. And I'm going to continue to try and uncover that, as well as discrimination by other minorities in other countries as well. So I'm wishing everyone a happy new year. Let's try and work together. Let's try and have peace on earth. And let's remember what Mr. Gandhi said, that if we continue this eye for an eye, and just as retribution, punch, counterpunch all the time, an eye for an eye, sooner or later we're all going to be blind. So let's figure out how to move forward and work together and respect the human rights of all people. Thanks very much. Namaste. Shuk. Dhanyavad.